Joining us now to discuss is retired Brigadier General for the U.S. Air Force, Blaine Holtz, and foreign policy expert Harley Lippman. General, I'm going to start with you. So we're hearing now that they're hitting back. We've hit them. They're hitting us back. So that would signal to me that the strikes we have launched have still not deterred them. That's hard for me to believe, but that apparently is the case.
No, not only that, but there's no cost imposition that we can tell on the enemy. And listen, it's really simple military 101. If you tell your enemy you're going to attack them a week in advance, then they're probably going to run away and not be there to be killed. So what we really have to get at is, Jake Sullivan and Secretary Austin all want to be about, we're sending a message. That's not a military answer. That's an academics answer. Put the messages down. It's a military problem now because you guys didn't deter anything. The military answer is take away their capabilities. Are you kidding me? 85 combat sorties? The height of the first Gulf War, we had 1,200 a night. So if we're going to get serious about this and we want to put cauterize the wound, then what we need to do is we need to get a strategy. And the strategy has to be, let's start a cost imposition that starts to deny and degrade and destroy these capabilities to include Iranian assets that support these efforts.
Harley, do you agree with General Holt? But also, I think back to former President Trump, who had sort of his red line. If you in Iran kill any Americans, guess what? We will retaliate and we will kill Iranian leaders, which is exactly what happened with the killing of Iranian leader Soleimani. Is that something that we should be doing now instead to do what General Holt is suggesting?
We should be doing both, and I agree with the general. We need to hit Iran itself. They have this strategy of using other countries, what everybody calls their proxies, to launch attacks on the United States and our allies. And Iran gets away with it. The country itself is never touched. So they feel immune from the retaliatory strikes of the United States. I think we have to go where the head of the snake is, which is Iran, and we have to strike really hard. And if you do that, I think that's the best way you're going to get deterrence. A great example of that is when Trump took out Soleimani. They swore that they would be the mother of all revenge and that they would attack the United States back. And it's now, 5 years later, and we haven't seen much of anything. So they're like big bullies. But if you really hit them hard and they pay a huge price for what they're doing, a price far higher than the benefit they're getting, then we're going to make progress. But we really have to hit Iran itself, and we have to be more aggressive. It's the only way that you're going to deter this.
Right, and I think what most Americans are wondering, or is it possible just to make it so our troops aren't in harm's way? We want them to be safe over there. General, I want to get to this here. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, he was asked whether the U.S. would make a strike inside of Iran. Let's listen to that response.
Inside Iran, would you rule that out at this point?
Look, sitting on a national TV program, I'm not going to rule in and rule out any activity anywhere. What I am going to say is that the president will do what he thinks needs to be done.
General, your response to that, could he have sent a message there?
Was that the picture of strength or what? Come on. I mean, this is just encouragement to the Iranians that they're on the right tack. That the United States is exhibiting weakness. We're portraying a United States Navy to showcase the farce that is on a peer level with a Houthi band of bandits with some arms from Iran in Yemen. And everybody knows that that's just ridiculous. I'm just so gratified that our servicemen and women executed what they had to execute so perfectly, because at least that sends a message that our politicians may not be leading us well. They may have forgotten where the Congress is to go talk about use of armed force. But America's military is well-fed, well-trained, sleeps well, and can execute on a dime. And that's what's keeping us from absolute chaos right now.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there, but General Holt, to use your words again, America's military can execute on a dime. Happy to hear that. Harley Lippman, General Holt, thanks so much.